YouTube Nation, Manny Banned TV, aka me TV, aka the shitstorm is coming today. You know what? And I'm starting to write up, and you know what I'm talking about. This whole Manny Pacquiao thing. I'm calling every Manny fanboy out today. It ends today. After those statements he made, it ends today. But before I get started, I'm telling you, I'm itching to get to it. Before I get started, I do want to talk to you FCers real quick. I have to really talk about, Arsenal versus West Bromwich. Let me tell you something. Arsenal fans, okay, you have nothing to be ashamed of this year. You came in third place, and as far as I'm concerned, that is great. Compared to the two powerhouses known as Man City and Man U, you guys actually came in third. That is a great way to end, your season for now. And I'll put it like this. Next time, it goes to show you that you have I'll put it like this, the potential to be even greater than what you are. You should not be ashamed at all for what happened. But I will tell you who should be ashamed. That damn goalkeeper should be ashamed of himself on West Bromwich, should be ashamed of the goal that he let up.
Stanley Robinson forcing that near post. On foot. It's another calamity for Martin Foot. And Charlie catches it for Arsenal. 3-2 to the Gunners. A gift which has been gleefully unwrapped. It is a real contentious corner. And once again the linesman plays a big part in the goal on this occasion for Arsenal. But you can't overlook the operation from the goalkeeper here, Fuller. This afternoon just gets worse and worse. He actually could have caught that. Only Olsen was near to it. He was under no pressure from an Arsenal player. Elects to punch. It goes backwards instead of forwards. Koscielny stays alive. It hooks the ball into the unguarded net. An absolutely horrendous goal for West Brom to give away.
That guy is a douche. You gonna tell me you just can't catch the ball? Seriously, he tried to get a little cute with it and punch it, and I put it like this. You guys in Arsenal, you took advantage of it, which you should have. You capitalized on it. That's what you're supposed to do. But I know how you FCers are. I'm surprised people from West Bromwich, they didn't beat his ass after the game, you know what I mean? Or try to kill him after the game. And speaking of after the game, I have to say Arsenal, what you guys did after the game was pretty damn cool.
Before Christmas, Arsenal meanwhile do clinch third place, we can confirm. Carrying off Pat Rice alongside him, number 2, his last game today. Steve Holt's taking over. And look at the players respond to that. They've won 3-2 at West Brom, and Arsenal make the Champions League again. There's some achievement after the start they made.
So congratulations, Arsenal. You fully deserved that win as far as I'm concerned. And I also had a chance to take in Barcelona versus Betis. And to see the way they were bending their kicks were just crazy.
Otra falta y ya le queda solo un minuto a este partido tanto vencido sobre el cuadro jugando a favor del cuadro local. Montoya va al área, la pelota para Kevin. ¡Gol! ¡Gol!
And then we see another goalkeeper who doesn't even try to do his damn job. The game was actually pretty boring for a Spanish League soccer game. I mean, it's kind of rare, but the crowd actually made it more fun than what it really was, to be quite honest. Now, I need to move on because I need to talk about this Manny Pacquiao thing. Manny Pacquiao, fuck you. Fuck Manny Pacquiao. You gotta be kidding me. After the comments that he came out with, I don't want to hear anybody defend this dude, all right? If you jumped on Floyd Mayweather for having all those racist comments and we found out that it was just, it was just to sell tickets or whatever, hype, this is completely off the charts, and you have to be just as upset. It's ridiculous that somebody would say something like this. You know what, before I get started, I want to say this. Manny Pacquiao, I gave you too much credit. I have been on this show before, I've said on this show before, that I thought that Manny Pacquiao was a great role model, that he was an overall nice guy. And some of you guys came in and said, my cousin, he works with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's pretty arrogant and things of that nature. Well, now all the skeletons are coming out of the closet for Manny Pacquiao. Now, we know that he has a court case not too long ago coming up, and he may go to jail. I don't think he'll go to jail for that. This is not about boxing, understand that. But if you want to talk boxing, I'll put it like this. Manny Pacquiao will beat Bradley. I'll say that, just to show you that I'm fair. Now, we need to talk about real life. all right? Because Manny Pacquiao came out, for those who don't know, came out and said that gay marriage is wrong, right? That's what he came out and said. Now, he trashed the president because of his stance on gay marriage, and I'll put it like this. I will say this now. The president only came out and said that he supports gay marriage because of how close to the election it's time. That's all it is. All right, election season, that's all it is. It was a strategy move. He does not care about gay people. I will say that now. It's not that hard to figure out, all right? But Manny Pacquiao says that, you know, all gay marriage is wrong. Now, here's the thing. We'll get into this because Manny Pacquiao is a hypocrite. That's right. Pacquiao's comments, along with statements in 2011 opposing birth control, because Manny Pacquiao isn't for birth control either, it says, put him in the line with conservative Republicans and against Senator Harry Reid, who's a Democrat. It says whom Pacquiao campaigned for during a hotly contested re-election campaign in 2010. Now, mind you, Harry Reid supports gay marriage. So Manny Pacquiao backed the guy who supported gay marriage. So it's either two things. Either Manny Pacquiao is playing the political side of this, that's either number one, or number two, the guy that he backed, Manny Pacquiao didn't know much about, meaning Manny Pacquiao didn't do his research. Either or, if Manny Pacquiao is trying to be a man in a position of power, he should be doing his research. Am I correct? Okay, so either way, Manny Pacquiao is wrong. He looks stupid. That's number one, all right? We'll get to that. Now, Manny Pacquiao goes on to say that this is about, you know, his religion, that his religion won't let him, you know, do this, okay? He thinks it's wrong, okay? So we're going to talk religion now. Now, you guys who are deep in religion, you should know by now that church and state are separate. We know this, right? It's only been a previous couple of years that we have seen, politicians try to use the religion card to garner votes. They're using it for ammo. So if any of you guys out there who are very religious and you take your religion seriously and it's that sacred to you, you should not be letting politicians use religion in their politics. It makes a mockery of your religion. Bottom line. Let's move on now, because Mr. Morals, that's right, Mr. Morals, religion, Mr. Morals, he actually has gay family. He actually has gay friends. And if he wants to play this route about being morals, then why did we just see him not too long ago doing ads for Hennessy liquor? What's the matter, Manny fanboys? You think those pictures are Photoshop? You know what? Let's look at the damn commercial then. So we have a boxing congressman who has strong religious beliefs, which is a bunch of bullshit, okay? Strong religious beliefs, but pushes liquor to you. Really? Is that how it's going down, Manny Pacquiao? Are you serious? You know what? Let's keep going, because he goes on to say, I'm not against the gay people. That's what he says. It says, I'm not condemning them. I have a cousin who's gay, right? It says, I have relatives who are gay, okay? It says, I have a lot of friends who are gay. All right, so it says, so I'm not condemning gays. What I said is, I'm not in favor of same-sex marriage. Really, Manny Pacquiao. So let me get it straight. Two people of the same sex can like each other, that's fine with you. Two people of the same sex can have a relationship and have sex, and that's fine with you. But as soon as they want to make it official, you're going to have a big bird about it. Are you serious? You know what that is? The technical term for that is? That's segregation. That's what that is, Manny Pacquiao. You know what? I've talked to a lot of Filipino people on this, and they agree with me. Boys, Filipino people, you deserve a lot more credit than what you get. If anything, you guys know how segregation is. You know how this is. You know how hard it was for you to get a job, okay? Especially over in the Philippines, they need some serious aid over there. They need help. And yet Manny Pacquiao's running around buying Ferraris, brand new Ferraris. If you saw anything about the Showtime 360 when he bought, when he fought Marquez, bought a brand new Ferrari, all right? I'm not trying to hear this. But what really pisses me off about Manny, I gave him way too much credit, all right? Because during the Bruce Lee documentary, all right, if anyone saw it, they interviewed Manny Pacquiao, and he said he believes in Bruce Lee's teachings. He followed them to a T. No, you didn't. That's bullshit, all right? He says he followed him to a T. He's his idol. That's the reason why he keeps his haircut the way it is. Look, if you follow Bruce Lee's teachings, all right, because Bruce Lee knew, out of all people, not to segregate people. He knew how it felt because when he came over here and how he was treated. Don't give me that shit, Pacquiao, all right? You're a fucking liar. You're a piece of shit as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, this has nothing to do with boxing. This is real life because you're fucking with people's lives right now, all right? Like, I'll put it like this. When I see two gay women, because I'm going to go back to this, all right? I'm just going to put this down. When I see two gay women or whatever, lesbians, whatever you want to call them, when I see them holding hands, I don't think, oh, that's disgusting. I'm thinking, damn. You know what I mean? Because both of them can get it from me. You know what I mean? That's how I feel, you know? But for him to get so angry over nothing, and Freddie Roach is trying to say, oh, well, he got back with his wife not too long ago. They were going to get divorced, and it was a tough time for him. He's back in religion. I will put it like this. Manny Pacquiao, if you were having that many problems with your wife, that many problems with one person, how the hell are you going to deal with millions of people and their millions of problems as a congressman? You've got to be kidding me. What you did was either two things. You either played the regular political role, which means you became just a regular, you know, politician, or you're an idiot. You came out of nowhere with this. I don't understand this. And for anyone else who says, Event, you're wrong, you can kiss my ass because there's more. That's right. There's more. For those who don't know, after his statements, was it a mall in LA banned him from coming there? That's right. And for anyone, since we talked about this on the Facebook page, some of you said, you know, oh, well, take his millions somewhere else. It's LA, baby. His millions are a drop in the bucket. That don't mean anything. But as of earlier, on Extra, Manny Pacquiao came out and apologized to the gay community, saying he was wrong. So for any of you guys who's ready to back Manny Pacquiao, even he's saying he's wrong. So either you agree with him, you know, sincerely, and so that means he is wrong, and he's wrong, or he's just saying it just to save face. So which one is it? Manny Pacquiao, I'm sick of you. I don't ever want to see you again when it comes to, you know what, when you're done retired boxing, don't show up. Don't show up on any show. Just stay in your country and run your country until they overthrow you. Because I'm sure if you mess up, if you're having these problems now, you're going to mess up big time down the line, and they're going to overthrow you. They are. That's how I see it. This is garbage, all right? But I need to go back to a nicer place, to a lighter place, all right? And I told you guys that I'd show you more of the documentary this week. Well, I'm going to show you some of the outtakes of what some of these guys were doing when they were playing basketball. So let's check that out real quick.
Yo! How you shoot the air ball like that, man? That's crazy. Yo! They on like their 5th game right now. This is crazy.
Come on, man. Finish this.
He's going back up.
7-0, nothing.
He's going back up. He's strong. He's going back up.
Come in.
You can't make dunks. He can't tap.
I'm going home. I want my money back.
Come on, give me one dunk. Give me one. Give me one, young boy. Give me one. Preferably dunk in his face. Give me something to show the crowd.
2K John.
Yup. 2K. Give me that A+ rating. Give me that fast break slam dunk rating. Come on. Oh, jump shot. Whoa. Broke. Ringed out. Let's go. Run that. Be slow. It's for real. Oh. Rainbow. Air. You got to be kidding me. This ain't Philly ball. What's up with this? Cop sitting on the corner. Yeah, bike cop sitting on the corner like they got nothing else better to do. They trying to be entertained too. More cops showing up. They getting their 5 together. They get their 5, but they like people like to admit it or not. Hey officers, someone say y'all doing a good job keeping us safe and all, but I did notice one thing. All right, y'all as a group over here, I was wondering if y'all gonna come out and run with us.
Nah,
man,
man.
Nah. Y'all ain't gonna run with us?
We seen the game.
Oh, you going?
Yeah, we seen the game over there, man. It was sloppy. It was a sloppy.
Yeah. We was over. Trust me, we was over there criticizing it too.
No team ball at all.
Yeah. I mean, what y'all think about the Sixers' chances this year?
They good. I think it's good.
You think they beat Celtics?
Miami, though.
Yeah, oh, definitely. They're going to have a problem in Miami.
Superstar thing. Got too many stars. The Sixers got too many, well, not no star, but just a lot of good players.
You know, good players.
Yeah.
All right, y'all be safe, man.
Yeah,
Thank you once again. All right.
See, that's the Philly I know. Look, even the cops is talking shit to the ballers. You know what I'm saying? So they'll hurt them. I'll put it like this. I'm going to try to get the cops versus community type of, you know, league going down there and see if I can get it going on. I'm going to see if I can get, some type of interview with the chief and see if we can get something going here. You know what I mean? Because that'll bring the community together. They'll get to know the cops. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about things like that. Because as we all know, you know, most of the community, they hate cops. All right? Because of this. This would actually, sports, once again, would bring somebody together. It's all about the documentary, baby. That's what it's about. All right? But I want to move on about sports and sport of basketball, all right? Because for those who don't know, the Miami Heat, I don't know what the hell is going on with the Miami Heat, all right? But before I get started, yeah, you know I'm going to talk about it. Just saw it in the title, all right? Before I get started, I want to say that sometimes the Miami Heat did get screwed when it came to foul calls.
Rebounded by West. There's Hill pushing it. Pulls it up. Yes, and the foul. George Hill able to knock it down.
Critical for Indiana to get out in transition. Miami is so good with the top full defense. You have to take advantage of any opportunity that you have like this one, George.
It's ridiculous that they called that on Chalmers. I call him Chalmskin, all right? But it's ridiculous they called that on him, especially with Heat fans. I understand your frustration, but the last 25 seconds of that game is what you should be really worried about.
Going small. Frank Vogel taking Hibbert off the floor, and Eric Spoelstra putting James Jones on the court.
Now, as you can see, LeBron is already in rhythm. All he has to do is jump up and shoot the ball. His defender is too far away from him, all right? And even though this is a drawn-up play, as you know, drawn-up plays have 3 or 4 different options when it comes to the primary guy not having a good look at the shot. Now, I'll put it like this. What LeBron does is the dumbest thing you can do, which is hesitate and wait for your defender to get settled in. So let's see what happens.
LeBron James, played by Paul George.
So LeBron gives Wade the ball, but what he fails to realize that he unwillingly just gave the Indiana Pacers a triangle defense, which smothers the right-hand side of the court. That is Wade's strong side due to the fact that Wade is a right-handed shooter. Now, even though this guy is looking at the hidden Miami Heat player on the side, it doesn't matter because he's not getting the ball. We know this is the Miami Heat. We know at the end of the game, it's either Wade or LeBron that's getting the ball. So even though this defender here is being very awkward, if you look at his position, he's very awkward and in momentum trying to guard Wade. What Wade will have to do is snake around to the left-hand side and try to make this play. Mind you, he's a right-handed shooter, so it makes it even more awkward for him.
Shot clock at 10. Wade going there. Came up short. Rebound George.
And all of this could have been avoided if LeBron James would have just taken the shot. And I felt it was real foul. You have to understand this, all right? LeBron James is the secondary shooter, all right, in that play, in that drawn-up play. Dwayne Wade is the primary. But look how long it took Dwayne Wade to get the ball, okay? I'm not trying to hear they were run down the clock. They weren't. They were trying to score. That's what it was. Because if you notice, Dwayne Wade goes by like 2 or 3 times before he gets the ball. Now, understand, the way the play is designed, he runs the first route, all right? When Dwayne Wade comes around, that's how the play is designed. That's when you're supposed to give him the ball, but he was well guarded. So right now, the drawn-up play, all bets are off. All right, now it's whatever they're going to do. Dwayne Wade goes by again, you know, whatever, he gets in the center. And then, like I said, because LeBron James is holding the ball, he's the guy he's the setup guy, right? Okay, so he unwillingly makes that triangle. And it's unfair to Dwayne Wade due to the fact that you're putting him on a weak-handed side. Because, let's say, strong side, he's a right-handed shooter. You're taking away from his strong side because you create that triangle. So now, Dwayne Wade has a lot of odds against him in making that. And when I saw that when it first happened, I said, there's no way he's making that. I understand he makes acrobatic shots all the time. No way he's making that. All right? That's what it came down to. But what pisses me off even afterwards the game is the comments from the game. Because, LeBron James comes out and says, I was going to say Dwayne Wade. I'm going to wait for that one, all right? LeBron James comes out and says that playing power forward is taxing on his body, and he didn't go to practice the next day. Yes, that's what he said. He was going to go to practice. You have to be kidding me. Look, I put it like this. You were 6'8". Some of you guys said 6'9". All right, 250 pounds. You guys said now he's up to like almost closer to 275. If you're that big and that tall, in any other league, you would be a power forward or a center. All right. If anybody thinks that's undersized, you have been watching way too much NBA basketball. All right. That is a joke that he would even say something like that. He's soft. And I'm saying, and ESPN said he's soft, all right? And I'm like, you say, oh, you're just taking the shot. No, it's a fact. He should have took the damn shot. He should have. It's a fact, all right? It's that simple. But that's not all. No. Dwayne Wade comes out afterwards, and we talked about this before, all right? About LeBron James. Ever since he's come to Miami, he has changed Dwayne Wade's, outlook on things and his mentality. Dwayne Wade complains that after the Indiana Pacers won, now we all saw the Indiana Pacers. You know what? Link is in the info bar. Matter of fact, today's all stuff I've talked about today, all the links are in the info bar, okay? But I put it like this. The Indiana Pacers, when they won, they hustled off the court, right? We saw this. Dwayne Wade said they didn't hustle off the court fast enough. Yeah. You have to be kidding me, right, Dwayne Wade? This is just crying to the maximum as far as I'm concerned. The Dwayne Wade we knew before LeBron got there would have never said something like that. That is ridiculous. You know what? I'll put it like this. If you have a big problem with the Pacers staying on the court that long, then maybe you should have won the damn game, Heat, all right? Because the rest of the players that I see on the Heat, they're just standing around watching Wade and LeBron play. They're not doing anything. Chalmers tries every once in a while. Haslam, you might as well just hang him up somewhere, all right? Anthony and Turioff, we know they just big bodies to grab rebounds and block shots, all right? That's their thing. They're not going to shoot the ball, really, all right? You have to understand the Miami Heat, the way they are built, even though they are strong, and they already said, on ESPN, they're getting fatigued when it comes to running, all right? Yeah, because it's a two-man show. That's why. You don't have Chris Bosh out there, all right? So, to relieve some of that pressure, it's ridiculous, all right? And it goes to show you, it goes to really show you, if you don't have Chris Bosh, things change dramatically. They do. Just saying, this is not working out, Heat. I'm sure that you guys will pick yourselves up eventually, but the way Game 2 was played was sloppy. The execution was horrible. I was just sitting here, I was just like, really? Is this what they're going to go with, all right? And then, like I said, in the interviews afterwards, oh, we'll be fine. It was okay. We played okay. No, the way you executed that last play, no way. No way. You should be ashamed of yourself. And I'm not just saying LeBron or Wade, because it's not just them. The entire team. Because they're just standing around watching like they don't care. It's horrible. That's not NBA basketball. And speaking of people who don't care, Los Angeles Lakers, what's going on? All right? Last night, you let OKC come back. And you know what? What pissed me off was near the end of the game. I mean, first off, we're seeing Kobe having all these bitch fits. I mean, just on the floor. And then when that shot went up with Steve Blake and he missed that baseline, three-pointer, all right? And he missed that. Nobody wanted to foul the guy after he caught the ball. All right? And what does Artest do? Artest is like, whatever. He walks away. Kobe is throwing a fit. Nobody's doing anything. It takes Gasol to run from midcourt. I won't say midcourt. Was it near the basket to run over to the baseline to foul the guy? It's horrible. What is going on there in LA? They are not keeping their composure, let alone you got E-Banks the game before punching chairs and carrying on. There is something wrong with the Lakers right now. I expect OKC to beat them. As for the Clippers, I expect them to go down to the Spurs because, first off, two flopping teams ain't going to matter anyway. All right? That's all I'm going to say about that. They shouldn't, as far as I'm concerned, the Clippers, they were in some serious trouble when they played Memphis. I'm shocked that they even beat Memphis, all right, after that momentum they had. And then now they're playing the Spurs. And the Spurs right now, man, I'm really not that much, I don't like the Spurs. I haven't liked the Spurs since the 90s because of all the flopping with Manu and Parker. But I'm done with it. I really am. When it comes to that, it doesn't matter. Anyways, I need to move on to NHL. I need to talk about this real quick, guys. First off, I want to start with Kings and the Coyotes. Now, first, if anyone saw what happened, all right, absolutely ridiculous. Now, first off, the boarding call on Doan, that's a hockey play, all right? That's a hockey play. You can excuse that. The second hit, malicious. Absolutely, what was on Brown? Malicious. All right? You have to be kidding me. That puck was nowhere near that guy, and he got hit like that. Definitely a suspension coming. The goalie takes a slash, for those who saw, takes a slash at, one of the Kings guys in the back of his leg. Mind you, if you watch the play, he is not, and I repeat, he is not in the goalie's crease. He's not in the crease. He may be screening him, but he's not in the crease. The entire time he's outside the crease. No way should he have been slashed. The thing is, the play was further out, all right? And he slashed him anyway. It's obvious that the frustration of the Phoenix Coyotes is boiling over. It really is. And they cannot beat the Kings. The Kings are, what, 7-0 on the road? And now they're going back to L.A.? Man, I'm telling you. Hang up the Coyotes. If they can't play clean, if they're going to get this frustrated, hang it up. It's over. Once you start showing signs of frustration, it's over anyway. You saw that with the Flyers, all right? Also, Devils, Rangers. Devils won last night. They won. And you know what? I'm happy that the Devils won last night because we actually have a series now, compared to the Coyotes and Kings. They're going to blow them away. It's going to be a blowout as far as I'm concerned when it comes to series. At least this one, hopefully, it'll stay close before it gets to a Stanley Cup. I'll put it like that. Hopefully it does. So, I don't know, guys. Anyways, I'm done for the week. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good weekend. I will talk to y'all later. We're going to start up next week. Y'all know how we do. I'll talk to y'all then. I'm out.